That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Sturgis for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down, Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, tried to start it out with a bang, but it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to fire one. He's got him in. Complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 32 that time. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. A first carry now for the former Viking. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And this is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Garoppolo. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And he'll go down at the 28. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. A first down throw here for Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Throwing, Rivers. The pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Solomon Thomas in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Rivers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they had the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you evolved. Yeah. You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And the pressure gets to him again. Melvin Ingram in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, L.A. Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is, can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a 1st down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Garoppolo. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Trent Taylor, the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. That's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger offense making their way back out there. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Cluster. Wait.
They go play action here on first down. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Sturgis adds the PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's got Fuller. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Hey, I'm going to go load it.
And on the ground they go with a running back. He's to the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Looking for Garcon, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Tight end right. Sit, 380.
From the gun, Rivers. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and that will extend their lead even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Here's McKinnon. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
21, 6. 11. 12, fellas, here we go.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. He sets to fire deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So out come the Chargers. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Brock Coyle coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now a second down throw for Rivers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
21. Here we go.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And bringing it in, this is Selleck over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Niners on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
4 down.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. In for the score. And the 49ers get a score closer.
I know what the scoreboard says here, but for all those who are playing fantasy football, their scoreboards are different. Points scored could benefit someone.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Gould with the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Gould now out to kick it away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
3 down. Hey, Buffalo wall.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And into the end zone, a pick 6 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now Gold for the extra point. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory. Right back out there doing the things that he does best and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here you go, man. Let's go.
And they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go. 12, orange. Orange.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Set green 90. Hey, 79.
To throw again. Rivers. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for L.A. 44 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now they'll run on the draw. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Buffalo Wolf.
2nd down, Rivers. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And they're going to get this one all the way up to the 35-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Garoppolo, 6 of 17 throwing the ball, only 35%, but he does have a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And Gold is able to put it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers getting set to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Rocket! Load it! Load it! Set! 180! Punch!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's letting this one go for Fuller. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. First down, Rivers. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Rivers now on 2nd down. And it's complete to Antonio Gates. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Rivers now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. A first down throw here for Rivers. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. Now this time, Garoppolo will throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Garrett Selleck, the tight end, was the target. And it's 2nd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action. Garoppolo. Oh, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And some room to maneuver. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Hurry up!
Following the interception here, Rivers escaping the pressure right. He completes it to Henry. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here we go. Let's go.
They go play action. Rivers. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Will Fuller. He scored on a punt return, and now he's scored through the air. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Sturgis for the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Morris. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now they try the right side here. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Delta!
On third down, Rivers. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Malcolm Smith in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Here's Drew Kaiser now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And San Francisco gets set to go here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
23. Yards on the play. Garoppolo now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. McKinnon. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And Selleck here, left side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Melvin Ingram in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Here's Bradley Pinion now. As they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Sturgis adds the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Garoppolo now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10.
Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Incomplete. He was looking for Trent Taylor there. And it'll bring up third down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed it.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. T.J. Green with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Hurry up! Hey, Delta!
Rivers on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. Now a play fake here on first down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
13!
Garoppolo. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on third and long? Now Garoppolo. Wide open receiver complete. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Flush to his right. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing communication.
Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. Gold with the extra point, and that will get them 1 closer. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
Set! Read 80! Read hot!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Bring up!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask for the Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. It's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 29 yards that time. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Garoppolo to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And now here's another interception. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Dancing to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's one of the dangers of the quick game. If you only have a 2- or 3-step drop, if you don't get the ball to someone open right away, those defenders are right near the line of scrimmage and then get on top of you in a heartbeat.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now Rivers. And my goodness, another interception. Reuben Foster picks it, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Here we go. 11.
Garoppolo now. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Space to run past the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. And on the ground they go with the running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's probably run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. From the 2 now, second and goal. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.